is Diamond Power Infrastructure. The company has won orders from Power Grid as well as Jaipur in the last 1 week or so. And we have with us the MD of the company, Amit Bhatnagar, who joins us currently. Hi, Amit. Thanks so much for joining in. Could you give us details first in terms of these orders that you've received from Power Grid in the last 1 week or so? What's the execution time? And also, could you tell us what's your total order book?
The present order book position is 2,005 crores.
Okay.
We have received 2 packages from Power Grid, both to be executed over a period of next 12 months.
Okay.
We are expecting 1 more package any day. We are lowest and the board has already finalized on us.
Mm-hmm.
So we are expecting the LOA in a day or 2. So that would be 3 packages, and that's a good beginning for the current year because the orders will now come in until March.
Okay. So in the 2,005 crore order book that you've just told us, it includes the 2 packages from Power Grid. What it doesn't include is the 3rd package which you're likely to win, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And what could be the size of this 3rd package that you've bid for?
Should be around 100 crores.
Okay. 100 crore.
This 2,000 crore includes a lot of orders. Actually, 5 packages from Power Grid, 3 which we got earlier. It also includes a very large export order of almost $20 million.
Okay.
All right. And how much are these 5 packages? What is the total contribution from Power Grid as a largest client? How much does
Power Grid could be almost 25%.
25% of your total revenues? All right.
And if you could break it up in exports as well as domestic orders?
Exports is another 20%. So 45% is exports and Power Grid, and 55% is large corporates and contracting firms across the country.
Okay.
All right. Amit, I also want to ask you, one of your wholly owned subsidiaries, DPTL, you'll have approved the sale of the entire holding of shares in a couple of associate companies. That's Maktel Controls as well as Systems Private Limited.
Yes.
Could you tell us what exactly, how much are you expecting?
Yeah, DPTL had acquired 2 small units manufacturing very high value niche products.
Okay.
3 years back.
Yeah.
The board came to a conclusion that in the larger things which the company operates, that scale of operation is very small for them.
Right.
And it's taking a lot of management bandwidth. Unfortunately, we got a buyer. So we have sold stakes in both the companies. With respect to the investment which has come into Diamond Power Transformers, that's a strategic stake we have sold to a fund to augment our long-term working capital because the transformer business of the company was not doing so well for last 4 years. Fortunately, we have now extremely good orders and we want to augment our working capital to meet those order book positions. So we have raised 23 crores by virtue of fresh equity which has come into that subsidiary. Plus, we should get another 15-20 crores from sale of these 2 small investments which we had made. So that would augment our long-term working capital in the transformer business substantially and would mean a good growth and turnaround there.
Okay. Could you just tell us what is the total amount that you've got into the company via the stake sale in your associate companies and therefore what it does to your debt?
Around 45 crores. No,
Okay.
The debt is very, very small in the transformer business.
No, in the consolidated debt?
Consolidated debt, yes. That is something which we had restructured in the month of March because our expansion project in Diamond, the parent company, we are doing a 1,050 crore expansion. It had got delayed because of certain land issues which were all sorted out in March and the lenders did a JLF mechanism restructuring and I'm very happy to tell you that the restructuring is absolutely on track.
All right.
And the largest ever investment which we have made in our 45 years history should also start production at the end of this month.
All right.
It would make us the single largest medium voltage cable manufacturer in the country.
Okay, what's your total debt figure, Amit, and also what's your cost of borrowing currently? I believe it had come down to around 10.75%.
Yeah, my cost of borrowing is 10.5%.
Okay.
And my long-term debt is around 700 crores.
700 crores.
And the working capital is 860 crores.
Okay, long-term debt 700, working capital 860.
This includes the debt borrowed for the new project.
Okay, that's the consolidated debt. Fine. If you could just tell us, despite such a strong order book, despite winning such orders, your revenues in the first half of the year were down 40%. The company was loss-making. What can you guide, Amit, for the second half of this financial year in terms of revenues as well as profit?
Yeah, as explained to you, the bankers did a very large restructuring in the month of March. And the process of completing documentation and release of the working capital limits took a little more time than anticipated. But all this was concluded before September. So this was one reason why the numbers looked little smaller. The second biggest reason is the last year the aluminum price was 170 rupees in the same quarter, and this year the commodity price is 115 rupees. So the price of the primary metal itself has gone down by 35-40%. So the numbers in the two quarters are not comparable.
Fair enough, but what about the second half of the year?
Second half of the year will do much better than the first half.
All right, one final question, Amit. You were planning on listing the DPTL business. Any update on that front?
The prospectus is ready, and I think it should be filed in the next week.
And what's the rough valuation?
Valuation is where we are still debating with the merchant banker.
All right.
So I will not be able to give you a correct figure, but I think by 31st December we would have filed the prospectus.
Okay, Amit. Thanks so much for joining in and giving us all those details. Let's slip into a short break. Then on the other side, we'll continue our focus on